Namaste and good afternoon dear students, and welcome all to this today's class. So we are in the concluding part. Last time we finished the reading section, that was Memoirs of My Visit to France by Govind Raj Bhattrai, and we did the exercises too. I hope you have done your homework and completed your copies as well. And today we are at the end of that unit 4. See here students, unit 4, reporting commands. So every unit has 4 skills already divided into 4 skills, that is reading, writing, speaking and listening. So we are not dealing with listening right now because we do not have the transcript of listening text or the audio right now. That's why we are dealing with, we dealt with reading section, we are dealing now with the time for speaking. Yes, it is the exercise of how to report commands, okay, and we will be dealing with writing skill as well. The last concluding part of this unit will be writing skill. So 3 skills we are dealing right now, but every unit has 4 skills, okay. So dear students, let us see now. You have page number 41, okay. Follow up activities are there, but here see follow up activities, there are 2 questions. One question, number 1 is that you are asked to describe, or you are asked to make a list of words or adjectives that the writer has used to describe garden or museum or anything, okay, that he has described in the text. So you go through the lesson and see how many adjectives do you get. Like magnificent he has used incomparable, he has used remarkable. In the same way, there are so many adjectives that the writer has beautifully presented, and you can as well make a list, and then you can develop your writing by describing anything that you can see, okay. Like you can describe about this online classes, okay, what are the benefits of online classes, what are the demerits of online classes or virtual classes, okay. So anyway, in 1 number was that the question that you are asked to make a list of adjectives that the writer has used to describe things in the text. Now this is B number, that is 2nd number. Have you ever visited any museum? We talked about the writer and how he struggled to reach Rodin's museum. Now we will see our own country. If you have not been to any museum, you better be, okay. This carries the most valuable and ancient, very rare collection of our history, okay. So there may be the weapons used by the soldiers of our country, the coins used by many dynasties of the kings of many dynasties, isn't it? Yes. So there are many things that show our culture, okay. So have you ever visited any museum in your country? Describe what you saw there, okay. So you need to describe. First we will describe the museum, okay. And here regarding this, I would like to show you one text that I have already written, and if you have visited any museum, you can describe about that. If not in your country, if it was in somewhere else, then you can describe about that too. In another country also you might have visited any museum, then you can describe that too. So I would like you to see slide 1, which has Rashtriya Sangrahalaya of our country, which is in Kathmandu. See there students, follow up activities, page number 41, okay. The National Museum of Nepal. So here we can see the National Museum of Nepal, that is Rashtriya Sangrahalaya, is a popular attraction of the capital city Kathmandu. About a century old, century means 100 years old, the museum stands as a tourist destination and historical symbol for Nepal. So it is a historical symbol, okay. So many tourists visit to this museum. so that they can have a look of the historical symbols of our country. Yes, being the largest museum of Nepal, it plays an important role in nationwide archaeological works and development of museums. So nationwide means around the world, around this country, wherever there are museums, so it looks after that, and it works on the development of those museums which are in other parts of our country. So this is the largest museum of our country. For residents of Kathmandu, the monument serves to relive the battles fought on the grounds of Nepal. So it relieve, or what it can show, the weapons that were used in these battles. Okay, so it's a monument that serves that. The main attraction are the collection of historical artworks. See, collection of historical artworks are there in this museum, used in the wars in the 18th and 19th century. So these weapons are displayed in this museum, which shows that these were the weapons that were used in 18th and 19th century. The museum has separate galleries dedicated to statues, paintings, murals, coins and weapons. So it has different galleries, okay, to display the statues in one gallery, the paintings in another, murals or another gallery, coins and weapons. So it has 3 buildings, that is Juddha Jayatiya Kalashala, and then you have Buddha Art Gallery, and the main building which consists of natural historical section. Okay, natural historical in the sense which is the collection of animals, butterflies and plants, the cultural section, and the philatelic section of this. So students, you can see this museum in the picture, next slide. See, this is Rashtriya Sangrahalaya, National Museum. Okay, that's the board, and you can see there are 3 different buildings, as you already know. So next slide. Yes, so this is Juddha Jayatiya Kalashala. So this is one block of building, and another you will see, this is Buddha historical building. Yes, where you have all the weapons, the coins displayed. Okay, now next, and this is the Buddha Art Gallery. Okay, so you can find natural themes here. Okay, the species of animals and birds and insects, and then you can have the other historical section as well. So these are the 3 blocks or the 3 buildings of National Museum of Kathmandu. So here we have dealt with this number 1 question, that is about museum. Now next slide we will see. Yes, now see, time for speaking, 1 number I have done for you, the other it will be your homework. Okay, so as we were dealing with reporting commands, that means reporting imperative sentences, see students, their science teacher, complete experiment. Yes, that is the clue given, and here what you have to do is, students A and B are talking about what their teachers asked them to do. So the student A directly quotes what the teacher said, while student B reports them. Okay, so that is what we are going to do here. For see, our science teacher, now we saw one example, science teacher said, yes, that is the direct speech again in a dialogue style, complete the experiment first, and A is quoting directly whatever teacher said, that is also direct speech. Our science teacher said, complete the experiment first. Okay, you can see complete, so it has started with verb, and then B reports, that means B is reporting what A quoted directly or what their science teacher said. Our science teacher asked us to complete. What is the connective that you are going to use? What is the connector, connecting clause that you are going to use? Is to for positive affirmative sentences, and if it is negative you will use not to. So to complete our experiment first. So there you have A, B, C, many Yes, teachers, and now you see at the board, please. I have dealt here too and I want you to see here. So A directly quotes what teacher said, okay, maths teacher, science teacher, okay, then English teacher said, and B reports them. B, there are two students, see, A and B. English teacher, this is the clue given, okay. One I have done here so that you can do the other one, this one as homework. I have given you homework of this. So English teacher, describe village or town. Yes, that is the clue. And how you have to write it, this is English teacher directly he is saying. So English teacher, direct speech we can express like this, as I told you, in a dialogue form. So describe your village or town, okay, English teacher directly said. Now A is using his he is directly quoting what English teacher said, okay. So here say English teacher, our English teacher said, see here, A is directly, he directly quotes what teacher said. Our English teacher said, so reported verb you have to write here. Yes, if A is directly quoting as well, but who said must be mentioned. So inside the inverted comma, see, this is another style of writing direct speech. So, and one more style is the speech bubble, okay, there also we can find direct speeches. So describe your village or town, describe your village or town. Now B is reporting it, B is reporting what English teacher said. So B says, our English teacher asked, okay, yes, the teacher is asking the students to do something, okay. So asked us to, can you see, to describe our village or town. So your means whose, the students, okay. So there you have this. I hope it is not so difficult. Similarly, if you see here, maths teacher solve problem. So first the maths teacher will say, okay, solve this problem, okay. Right now also you can use, right now, right now. So A will directly quote what A will say, our maths teacher asked or said, sorry, said, inside the inverted commas, quotation marks also you can say. Yes, see, we are using direct verb. Yes, so imperative sentences start with verb, okay. So solve, because it is direct speech, this problem right now, full stop, quotation mark, close, okay. Now then you will write it in the other, all the other markers, the ink has finished. So I hope you can see here. B is reporting now. So you will say, our maths teacher asked. See, because the teacher is asking students to do something. So asked us, whom? Us, because our maths teacher means this B is also a student. So us, here what connector you will use? Connecting clause to solve, SOLV, solve. This problem will become that problem. Right now will become then, or you can skip right also, okay, right then. Hold on, you can skip right as well, and directly you can write then. So this is how you have to do time for speaking. This one is done for you, and see here 45 page number 45, another speaking skill. Father, example, A says, father serve the meal, direct speech, okay, direct speech here. B will report what father orders you. So A said, any name you can write. A said, Rupesh serve the meal for all. So he is commanding, okay. So you can say B, while reporting you can say, my father asked or commanded, you can use, or you can use ordered, okay, because he can order his son. So my father asked me or commanded me to serve. S will be small s, okay, small s, to serve the meal for all. So this is how reporting commands are, the commands are reported, imperative sentences are reported. So if it is not, if don't waste your time. So my mother suggested me not to waste my time, okay, so you can use that way as well. So if it is negative, now this is the speaking part. The more you speak, the more fluent your English will be. So this all the things can help you, okay. Now we come to the writing skill. In writing skill, we will go through the recipe, which is on page number 44, I think, page number 46, okay, 46. So recipe. Now what do you mean by recipe? During this lockdown, all are staying home, so they have no job to go for, and no place to go out and play, isn't it? So there are places, but you are not supposed to. Yes, you are supposed to be safe. So that's why you have plenty of time at home. So what people are doing are these days, they are buying mama utensils, okay, they are buying the ovens, and they are using new recipes, they are watching on the YouTube, and then they are following that, and they are preparing delicious dishes, and that they are having it. So I hope this will help you. So you can, you might have done, no need to tell, but if you haven't, try. Yes, it will be fun. So it will be fun to work together with the family as well, and to sit and eat together, okay. So there are two parts in recipe. I have already told you in the writing skill, it comes for 5 marks. It is a type 1 writing skill. So see here students, two parts. What are the two parts? First part is the ingredients. Number 1, what is the thing that you are preparing, what is the dish, what is the name of the dish. So it is momo, then you have to write veg momo or mutton momo or whatever, and then if it is pudding, then you have to say pudding. If it is omelette, then omelette. What are the ingredients that you need? Now what do you mean by ingredients? Ingredients are the substances, the materials that you need to use in that while preparing that recipe, okay. So that is ingredients, and you also have to write the quantity if you know, okay. So quantity as well. And second part, instructions. Second part, this part is instructions. You have to be very careful while doing this, and it must be in proper order, it must be in proper sequence. If it is not in the proper sequence, then it will be disgusting, okay, it won't be tasty anymore or delicious. So let's see the slide, please. Okay, there you go. So this is the page number 44 that I did for you, and you can also very well do. So I hope this won't be needed for you. Next slide. Yes, there you go. And that's the homework. See, bottom. At the bottom you have homework. Page number 45, question number 2, report the commands. Here I have asked you about father served the meal. That is one of the example that I did for you on the board, and the rest you can do very well. See the example and then you try at home, okay, and please complete your exercises. Next slide, please. There you go. So these are the this is the recipe of preparing vegetable mama. Can you see, students? As I told you, there are two parts, ingredients and the instructions. Ingredients are the materials or substances that you are going to require to prepare the vegetable mama. So what are the ingredients and the quantity at the right side? So can you see on the slide? Carrots 50 gram, cabbage 90 gram, potatoes 25 gram, onions, okay. Some mothers and some cooks are so special, so skilled that without measuring they can keep that ingredients in the right proportion. So onion, see there you have all this, see mama masala, yes, masala means spice, tasting powder is also half tablespoon, TSP means tablespoon, and then what is that, garlic and ginger paste. Yes, you have to grind the garlic and ginger and you have to get the paste, or you can get ready made as well. Spring onions, the green ones, 5 gram, salt and pepper, butter and vegetable oil and flour. Okay, so these are to make the batter, you need flour, and these are the ingredients that you need. Okay, now this is the first part of writing recipe. So whenever you are asked to write recipe, you need to write first the ingredients. What ingredients do you need? You may write quantity, you may not write, isn't it? If it is the popular dish and you think that if you may make it less tasty without writing the quantity, then you may have to write the quantity as well. Next slide please. Okay, there you go. Cooking recipe. See students, we are these are the instructions. We are dealing with cooking vegetable mama. Okay, so we saw the ingredients, that was the first part. This is the second part, page number 46. So see there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, these are the numbers, these are the sequences. You cannot skip any sequence, you have to go step by step, procedure to procedure. Okay, now take a bowl, prepare the dough. Yes, you have to take the flour and then add butter and then put water and then mix that, batter it, and then the dough by mixing flour, water and salt. See, you need to put salt as well. Make sure the dough rests for about 15 minutes because it becomes soft then. Okay, if you keep it aside for 15 minutes, then you need to wash all the vegetables. See students, what you have to see here is all the sentences, all the instructions. What are instructions? Instructions are the orders or commands or the information, okay, knowledge to do something. Okay, you are telling others to do something. So here see, chop cabbage, chop means cut onions, cabbage and spring onions finely. Yes, finely, small pieces, it should not be big. And boil potatoes, see, because you are preparing veg mama, boil potatoes, grate them and grate carrots as well. So you have to grate it, isn't it? Yes, into fine paste. And then take a bowl and mix chopped cabbage. See the words here, take, make, wash, chop, boil, take, again portion, roll, all begins with the verb. So these are all the imperative sentences. Usually the imperative sentences are used. So take a bowl and mix chopped cabbage, onion and spring onion, grated potato, everything you have to mix up now. Okay, along with salt, pepper, melted butter as well, and garlic and ginger paste. Okay, with mama spices, you have to mix them finely and then portion out the dough into small pieces. You will portion out so that you can roll out the pieces and then you can put the mixture in it. Okay, so place the vegetable stuffing onto the pieces and seal them. So seal also, to seal, many may not know, after a long practice you can do very well. So sealing is also art. Next slide please. Okay, grease mama perforated container with oil. Now what do you mean by grease? Means you have to put butter or oil on that container. Perforated means which are having holes. Okay, line of holes, there are holes so that the steam comes up and steams them with oil. Lay mama into container, heat the steamer by adding water, place the sealed mama onto the steamer and then steam mama over the pot of boiling water for about 10 minutes. And finally serve hot mama with suitable accompaniment or sauce, like chutney we use, okay, or sauce. So these are the instructions, 15 instructions to prepare. Students, look at the board for a second. So see here students, as I told you, to prepare recipe you need to divide it into two portions. Never ever forget to write the ingredients what you need and write the instructions by giving numbers. You can write instructions in paragraphs as well, but when you write instructions in paragraph, you need to write first, then, next, okay, then finally, okay, you have to use those adverbs as well. So here and these all instructions begin with the verb, okay, yes, with verb, imperative. These are all imperative sentences, so instructions should be in proper sequence. So that was about the recipe. We have the question in your book to prepare tea, I suppose. Let's see the slide again. Next slide please. Oh, you have questions as well. See, questions for discussion. What are the instructions about? The instructions are about how to prepare vegetable mama. Then why do you think the instructions are presented in numbers? I think the instructions are presented in numbers to show the sequence of actions. Okay, the sequence. Numbers are allotted because to show the sequence. First you have to do the chop, wash the vegetables, then chop into fine pieces. Okay, so this sequence must not be wrong. So why are imperative sentences used in the text? Because the instructor wants us to do it. Yes, he is asking us to do it. That's why they are in the imperative sentences. And what happens if we don't follow the instructions sequentially? So if we don't follow the instructions sequentially, we can't have the good taste of mama. Yes, all the ingredients that we have used will be waste. Okay, now next slide please. Okay, there you go. So making a cup of black tea, that is there in your book. See, page number 47, B, time for writing. So here I have presented, I have done for you dried leaves. See the ingredients, two parts as I told you, ingredients and instructions, but quantity is not written because we don't know for how many persons we have to make tea. So I have not written the quantity. So you can write if you know, yes, how many cups you are going to prepare. So first boil a cup of water in a kettle about 3 to 5 minutes. After that, see, after that now wait about 3 minutes until the tea becomes dark. Add now, isn't it? The tea is ready to serve. So these are the instructions, 6 instructions to prepare black tea. I hope you can practice making recipes by the help of internet as well or YouTube's. Next please, next slide. Okay, now see here, this is another exercise that was there in your book, that is again on page 47. You have to, as I told you previously as well, that you can write these instructions into paragraph. So see here what I have told, it is written there. Firstly, collect all the ingredients required to prepare mama. Then take a bowl and prepare hard dough by adding flour, water and salt. Some add butter as well or oil. After that, keep it for 15 minutes so that it becomes soft, isn't it? Meanwhile, see how these words are used to link the every sentence with each other so that the sequence doesn't break. Okay, so you go through, students. We are lacking time, so we will see the next slide please. So these are the ingredients, these are the instructions of preparing vegetable mama. Now project work. Find any book written in English that is interesting to you in your school library or anywhere, and then read the book. Now you are in lockdown, so you have plenty of time. You can even develop the habit of reading and write a couple of paragraphs about a book. So this is a book review. You will have this in next unit as well, but I have presented it because there was a project work. See here, I have presented review of a book that is Muna Madan. Title, that is the name of the book, Muna Madan. Title, author is Lakshmi Prasad Devkota, publisher Saja Prakashan, Kathmandu, Nepal, and publishing year it is 2008, and edition is 25th edition. It is in the same line, it should be down there. Genre, it is Nepali poetry and language is Nepali. So this is Muna Madan book review. Now next slide. we are coming to the, yes. So this is, see, beautifully you can read this. I do not have time to, but see the next slide, concluding slide, I think. Next slide please. Yes, there you go. So the story also shows the life of a poor woman. You have a story there, you have all. Review means what? You are looking at the book again, okay, and it is a summary. Next slide. Is there? This is the last, I hope so. So yes, this is the last. See, concluding paragraph. Through the story of Munna Madan, Lakshmi Prasad Devkota wants to stabilize the facts of traditional societies, unscientific beliefs and the negative impacts of unemployment and poverty in Nepalese society. Okay, he is depicting that. What is the society like? The poet has wonderfully defined. Now this is the review part, okay, this is the main part. Defined love by writing about the relationship of Munna and Madan. The book has proved to be a great piece in the Nepali literature. I found this a must read book in Nepali literature. So this is the writer's opinion. Okay, so there I conclude, being this the last class. So be safe and have a nice day. See students at the board now how a book review is written, even though you can have this in detailed, okay. This book review comes for 8 marks in question number 8. Yes, this review has also 2 parts. One is the information part. There we saw that the title of the book is Munna Madan. So it can be film review as well, film review. So if there is film review, then you can write hostel, like Nepali film hostel is there, isn't it? Yes, Gajalu is there. So you can write Jhola. You have read already in book film review in class 9 text book, yes, English book. So first part is the information part. What is the edition, who is the publisher, who is the author, okay, Lakshmi Prasad Devkota, what is the theme about it, isn't it, what type of it is. So information, and second part is the review part. Review part consists of 3 to 4 paragraphs, minimum 3 paragraphs you need to write. So what is review actually? It is a brief summary. Someone who has not read Munna Madan, yes, you are telling that about the Munna Madan, the story of Munna Madan to that person. So that will be the brief summary, and in those paragraphs you will be mentioning this comments of book. What are the strength of that book? What is the good point of that book? Why must one read that book? Okay, so that is strength, and weakness means what is the weakness, what is the drawback of that book. Okay, so this is this has to be mentioned. And if it is film also, what was the interesting part of the film? Yes, what was the direction? How did the actors act in that movie? Yes, did they just do justice with acting? Okay, so theme. And what is the theme of that book or film? What is the main idea? What is the moral of the book? Okay, you need to mention these things in the paragraphs. A small summary, yes, about what the book, how the book begins, isn't it? Yes, with what scene it begins, like that. And concluding part that I read for you in that review, Munna Madan. See the reviewer's personal response to the book with specific examples to support or praise or criticize. So concluding line must be, it is, why are you recommending other to read that book? So because it is, if it is interesting to you, if it is a must read book, then you have to recommend. I highly recommend, yes, every avid reader to read this book, or it is a must read book, or it is a must watch movie. Okay, so that way the personal response, your personal opinion, if it is a horrible movie, or if it is a book which has wasted your time, then you have to mention that, you have to criticize. Yes, this is a waste of time, I don't recommend anyone to read this book. Okay, so you can criticize. So there are special critics, people who are specially, yes, watching this, and they prepare book review or the film review, and they publish in the newspaper. So I hope you have understood, students. We are short of time, so here finally, now this was the last class of mine. So I hope I have made you understand whatever I have taught. And students, I would recommend you to watch the programs, the educational programs that are broadcasted in Janta TV, then TV Today and Yoho TV, as well as in NTV Plus, and even I think Dish Home, other channels also they have this educational programs, or you can also type the title and then you can get it in YouTube as well. So I request respected guardians and parents to help your students at this hour of time, at this need of time. It is the students are, you know, aparted from their studies for long time. So I hope parents understand this very well, and we are helpless. We tried a little effort. So finally I would like to conclude my class by thanking Prapsen Rupandehi for organizing this program, and I also thank Bhairava Television and all the personals who are working here and who have given us a lot of support. Thanks to Bhairava Television and the staff who are working here. Thank you very much. Be safe, students, and complete your work, and have a nice day. Thank you very much.